One of the elders named Abdullah bin Masud.
He says, "Everyone likes doomsday. A Muslim should appear in the court of God. He should pay attention to praying somewhere, where the call to prayer is given. That is, in the mosque. Because God has given traditions to Prophet Muhammad, which are guided by these traditions. Among them is congregational prayer. So if you pray in your homes like a certain person, you are among those who leave the sunnah of the Messenger of God, Prophet Muhammad. And know that if you leave the sunnah of God's messenger, you will go astray. And everyone performs ablution well and goes to the mosque, which means the house of God. Instead, every step he takes, a good deed is written for him and a sin is forgiven. And his rank will be higher. And we saw at the time of the messenger of God that except a hypocrite whose hypocrisy was obvious, no one else, not even the hypocrites, dared to stay behind in congregational prayers. Or someone who was very sick, he falls behind in the congregational prayer. Otherwise, a patient who could go to the mosque with the help of 2 people, they would bring him and put him in the line of the congregation. Explanation. Praying in congregation with the companions, that is, the companions of the Messenger of God Muhammad. It was so important that if a sick person could reach the mosque somehow, he used to go and participate in the congregation. He even went to the place where he worked. 2 people would take the patient and drag him to the mosque. Why not so much attention? While the Lord of 2 worlds, Hazrat Muhammad himself cared as much about the congregation. If the same situation happened to him at the time of his death, that the Messenger of God would faint regularly due to severe illness, and they asked for water several times to perform ablution and go to the mosque, until they performed ablution and went to the mosque with the help of Hazrat Abbas and another companion, while their feet were not well placed on the ground. No prayer is heavier on hypocrites than morning and night prayers. If they knew how much reward there is to perform these 2 prayers together with the congregation, they fell on the ground and were walking to the mosque, and they prayed in congregation.
Hazrat Anas.
He says, which the Messenger of God said, "Whoever prays 40 days with sincerity in such a way that, first of all, takbir should not die from him. In the end, 2 rewards are given to him. First, salvation from hellfire. Second, salvation from hypocrisy." Explanation. That means everyone 40 days. He should pray in such a way that he shares with the Imam from the beginning, and at the same time as saying the Imam's takbir. He said takbir and joined in the prayer. That person will not go to hell. No, he is placed in the ranks of the hypocrites. Hypocrites are those who apparently identify themselves as Muslims, but in their hearts they believe in disbelief. The assignment of B to 40 days is apparently because, in changing moods, the passage of 40 days has a special effect. As in the hadith that mentions the stages of human creation, it is said that sperm turns into blood for 40 days, and after another 40 days have passed, it turns into a piece of meat. And in the same way, every 40 days a change occurs in him. For this reason, 40 days is very important for mystics. How lucky are those who, for many years takbir-ola does not die from them. The Messenger of God said, "A person who performs ablution well and goes to the mosque means the house of God. Then it will be found out there. The congregational prayer is over again. God gives him the reward of congregational prayer. And because of the reward that is given to him from the reward, those who prayed in congregation will not decrease." Explanation. This is a great favor from God, only because of the efforts of my servant to him. It gives the reward of congregational prayer. Although he did not understand the congregational prayer, if despite all these gifts, we still do not achieve anything, who will lose? The Messenger of God, Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Those who are in the darkness of the night in abundance, they go to the mosques of God's house and pray at night. They have announced the perfect light on the day of judgment." So friends, the Quran and the Messenger of God are the best guides from God. Let's take a light for ourselves in the darkness of doomsday. Doomsday Light. It means faith in God. Faith in God's book, the Quran. Faith in Prophet Muhammad. Faith in the day of resurrection, heaven and hell. And faith in the day of reckoning, that whatever we sow in this world, we will reap in that world. We hope that all of Muhammad's ummah, that is, we humans, will appear before God with full faith. Well, thank you for being with us so far. You must have liked and followed the channel. And if you haven't followed the channel, follow it and also like it so that our channel is shown to others. Long live Islam. Long live faith.